Once Miss Streetz say it, I rock with it, man. She one of those people on question. All right, we appreciate you.
Yeah, Miss Streetz, how you gonna do 'em like that?
No, baby, it's alright. If it got you feeling high, no, it ain't no need to lie. But I'd rather keep it tight. And I know you like to show and tell, but I don't think that I know you that well. Baby, I don't wanna rush, so you ain't gotta say too much. Keep it low, you can keep it low. I know you never had it like this. No.
I have a special guest. Now, we got history. We go back. We know each other. So this is going to be a nice interview. Singer, songwriter, producer, arranger, dancer, actress. Must I go on? Kyra
That's enough.
What's up, Kyra Korchak? What's good?
What they do. It's so good to see you. Thank you for having me.
You too. Like I said, we go back. We have history. I've seen your growth and progression. So I definitely want to just give you a shout out on that one. Constantly just keep going. We're gonna get into that later too. But
Thank you.
now it's all about the new single, Keep It Low. Talk about the record.
Keep it low. Very straightforward. It was actually inspired by guys that just talk too much, you know. I'm a very loving person. I'm really a lover deep down, but I'm very protective and I'm very, private when it comes to my love life. And I may have had an experience with a guy that he's a little chatty patty, and I didn't really like that, and it was a little premature.
Mhm.
And so, it just kind of came to me.
Mhm.
The timing was right. I heard the beat. Vlad, shout out to him. He actually has been engineering me for the last, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, and he just really started getting more into production. So now we're turning this new leaf together where he's not just recording me, he's producing. He's, we're really getting into a creative groove, and I love it. And so it just felt natural. And, I didn't want to sit on it too long.
The song is by experience, pretty much.
Yes.
Describe. Name some other things that you like to keep low.
That's a good question. So my love life for sure. What else do I like to keep low? That is a good question. Damn. I would say as a whole, I feel like I am someone as an open book, but I just feel like everything doesn't need to be shared. Right. So generally, as much as I share or as much as I may come off like I share a lot of my life, which I do sometimes, it's probably like 15% of what I'm actually doing. So like, sometimes my whereabouts, I might go out on a late night excursion,
Right.
just because I'm up and I want to go dancing. I don't feel that I need to share that with everybody, or I need to have tabs kept on me. So, maybe my day-to-day movements all the time. I don't need to share that. What else do I keep low? Who I'm dating, of course. Until it gets to that. I don't really have a problem, but I think it's important to take things in steps and not rush things, because sometimes we're feeling things out and it's, you might find that wasn't it. So
you gotta go back and delete all your pictures.
My sex life, I think it's cool to be liberated and sexually free, but also there's a thing that's called oversharing, and I like to keep it cute, keep it classy. That's all I can think of right now. Maybe I can give you one more, but
that was a lot. That was definitely a lot. So that's
okay, cool.
Good to know. So you actually done some background singing and some other well-known singers as well. In your opinion, what does it take to become like a great background singer?
A good attitude, humility, a great ear, a team-oriented attitude. Because when you're a background singer, which is kind of like my favorite kind of stuff, honestly, you really have to know how to blend in, play your role, and not make it about you. You know what I'm saying? And that's the art of, like, when you have some good background singers, they know how to kind of play that role and add to what's happening on the forefront without, taking the spotlight.
Right. I recently saw a Luther Vandross documentary, and he started as a background singer too. So I got to know a little bit more about that side, and didn't realize that it wasn't just about you adding vocals to the background. It could be much more than that. So and that's something that you do as well, which is dope.
Thank you.
Also Kelly Price, shout out to Kelly Price as well.
Mhm.
Talk about your beginning stages as an artist. Like what was those first moments when you was like, listen, this is what I want to do, and I'm gonna go do it.
First of all, gotta go see that Luther. So thanks for reminding me. I heard
Yeah.
about that. So spot on. I grew up around music at an early age. My dad was a very prominent and gifted singer, composer, musician. So I really grew up in a quirky atmosphere and just being around his rehearsals, being around him, bamming on the piano, writing, recording vocals on a tape recorder and overdubbing them on another tape recorder and playing records off the record player and just doing weird shit to like create, songs. And sometimes he'd be like, hey, sing this line, or, because it would only be him. So it really came natural to me, and I just always kind of knew. I think as a kid, I would always daydream about being on a stage, performing, singing. It's never like I had to choose to do music. I just always knew this is who I am and this is what I'm gonna do. So I'm kind of blessed with that one.
You are definitely, most definitely. So, what's some things that you know now that you wish you would have known, earlier in your career, and you wish you would have applied it?
I think network is so important. So I was very, very shy coming up as a singer, and I think I just scared myself because I just knew, and I still have moments where I'm like, damn, because I can see all that, all the possibilities, but sometimes that could be a lot on you. But I wish I would have just been a little bit more open to sharing my craft with like friends at school, sharing my songs for people instead of being so like, oh, this is my secret. It's like, girl, play it for your friends, because when you're in school, when you're in high school and college, that is like the best network you can have. You know what I'm saying? So I look back at those times when I'm now kind of like moving and grooving and, trying to get my music out there. And it's still great. But it's nothing like having the network of school, on your back.
Definitely.
So that's one thing for sure.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Who's Kyra listening to today? Who's some R&B artist?
Kyra Korchak. I'm sorry, but
Good.
I'm very self-centered when it comes to this because I'm just
I
so
like that.
relentless right now. But you know what I do love to do is go to the oldies. I love going to jazz. I love Billie Holiday, Sarah Vaughan. I like to see what they were doing in their prime. I like to go to Mary J. Through her catalog, through the B-sides. I love B-sides. Miss Thane, Monica, 702, Erica Badu. But on the day-to-day, I'm listening to my own records. I'm writing my own records. I'm sending mixes back and forth. I'm talking to Vlad about, hey, let's add a bridge. Let's do this, just to be honest. So I don't really stay up on the new stuff. But usually my friends I get it from what they're listening to when I'm like, oh, what's that? Who that? So Doechii is probably one artist that I've been tapping in with a little bit more. That's modern.
Yeah. That's what's up. So motivation, this is something I want you to touch on, because you've been doing it for a while, for a very long time. What keeps you motivated, and what are those key things that keep you going and made you never stop? Or when you stop, what did you apply?
I think one is my surroundings, and I've kind of built my whole life path around music. I manage a recording studio. I'm around artists all day. My friends are all artists in different mediums, so that alone in itself is very helpful. I'm not always motivated, honestly, but once you commit to something, and this is like, ain't no other choice. This is what I'm doing, regardless of if it takes me this long or this long. There's this kind of deep knowing or this deep trust that you have with yourself that is like, you know what I'm saying? This is where I'm going. So I could either dick around over here and take my time and live a little bit, or I can go down my list. Either way, I'm going this way. So kind of having that trust and commitment and knowing like ain't no plan B, bitch. This is like this is what we doing. So
that's definitely it then. There is no plan B. That's
you know,
right.
and the gym too. The gym has helped me really lock in a different type of way because I do like really intense training with a small group of really dope women of like a large age group, and just the commitment and dedication I have to that, I'm able to kind of use that relentlessness and apply it to my music in a way that's I'm finally kind of feeling the connection of like, you know, I don't really care anymore. I don't care if that note was off. I don't care if you like this because I like it, and we showing up. We up at 4. We showing up to that gym at 9. I might be a little late, tired, but I'm showing up. So consistency.
That's good advice, definitely. What's next? Obviously, you got the single out. Keep it low. If you haven't downloaded that, make sure y'all do that now. But
yeah, please. What's next? I'm ready for a new project, Streetz. I'm ready to just turn it up a notch. Vlad and I have done at least 4 or 5 records where he's produced them. And I really like the idea of doing records with one producer at a time, or doing projects with one producer at a time. So I think I'm gonna drop an EP very soon. 5 or 6 songs. I already got a lot ready to go. So that, some visuals. I've been looking to collaborate with more videographers. But definitely another project and possibly another single too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I know you got a lot of songs. And I was gonna wrap it up, but I have to ask you this.
Okay.
I know you got a lot of songs in the stash.
Yeah.
What do you do with those records that you got? I know you got a lot of songs.
Obsess and overthink about them because I'll be like, because I really want to get in my songwriting bag deeper and get some placements. So my songs don't just collect dust. But in the meantime, I'm about to just start putting them bitches out. I'm finding them, you know, because I'm so used to thinking so deep. If I do it like this, and it's like that time, by the time you decide, you're not even on that no more. And the time, you might miss the right time. So I think knowing which ones to put out is important, but also trying to get songs placed and on TV. I had a couple songs on this show called Bigger on BET Plus a couple years back, which was dope. But it only opened the door for me and possibility like, hey, if you got 2 songs placed by a simple relationship and some strong records, you can find a home for these songs. So that's what I do want to also tap more into this year. But in the meantime, I just focus on making the songs because I can't worry about where they're going to end up. Because sometimes I don't know. So I just try to focus on what I can control, which is going in the studio and making songs.
Making them hits like you do. So
Yes,
before you go, you definitely got to drop your social media. Of course, everybody has a bunch of those now, YouTubes or whatever you have. Go ahead and drop that so people can support the new single.
Absolutely. Yeah, so I'm Miss Korchak, MISSKORCHAK. I'm Miss Korchak on Instagram, Twitter. I just changed it on YouTube too, so you can find me pretty much anywhere. And Kyra Korchak, of course, KYRA KORCHAK is how you search me in any, iTunes, Spotify, any streaming platform. So yeah, that's me.
Gonna pop up just like that. So Kyra, once again, thank you.
Thank you. I'm so happy to
stopping. We ain't stopping over here. We've been doing
and let me just say shout out to you because you giving me my flowers and stuff, but let me just say I'm so proud and happy to see you still doing your thing. You still got your show, you're hosting, like there's a lot of skin in the game. I don't know if people know how long you've been doing this, but I've looked up to you as well in your journey. And so I think it's just important for us to always tap in and, be that example for each other. And
of course, thank you. I
gotta say that.
Yes. Kyra Korchak, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. And hopefully I'll see you soon.